Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about the newest Apple event that just took place today, which announced new AirPods, MacBook Pros, and new colors for the HomePod minis, which are now ready to be ordered. We will also talk about why Tesla's TSLA shares have skyrocketed over the last few months. We will also talk about their latest electric vehicle delivery numbers, and we will look at some TSLA stock price predictions. After that, we will talk about the latest Ford stock news to see how legacy automakers are trying to compete with Tesla in this rapidly evolving electric vehicle market. Go and press the like button right now for more stock news and analysis. Comment down below if you hold any Apple, Tesla, or Ford stock. Turn on all subscription notifications to stay informed, and now let's get right into today's stories. So Apple has recently launched a new 14-inch MacBook Pro, which will cost you around $1,999, and they also have a new 16-inch model that will cost you around $2,499. You can order both of these right now, but don't expect shipping to begin until next week. For the 14-inch Apple Pro model, you can stream up to 14 hours of video, and for the 16-inch model, it can last up to 21 hours. The best part is that both models can charge to 50% in only 30 minutes, which is extremely fast. These new products are sure to increase revenues, thus boosting the AAPL stock price. These laptops can have the new, more powerful M1 Pro chip, which is a new processor that has a 10-core CPU and is 70% faster than the current M1 chip. We also have the M1 Max chip, which is more powerful than the M1 Pro chip and regular M1 chip because it has 57 billion transistors on it and a 32-core graphics processor. Both the M1 Pro and M1 Max chips are considerably faster than laptops that use Intel chips. One of the best parts about the new MacBook Pro laptops are that they now have an HDMI port on them, an SD card slot, and 3 USB-C ports, which support Thunderbolt connections. The screen is also more dense, and it uses mini LED technology to have a crystal clear display. The front-facing camera on the laptops go up to 1080p for video, and overall has improved quality, but 1080p is pretty low if you ask me, which is why I am shocked that Apple did not upgrade this camera even more. Apple also announced new Apple AirPods, which were unveiled Monday with new features that used to be exclusively only for the high cost of the AirPod Pro, which means that the older generation of AirPods will now be cheaper. This will make Apple's AirPods much more tempting to buy for people who thought that they were too expensive, but now they will have a lower price point, and this will cause the older generations to be much more affordable for people that wanted them originally. The new AirPods will have spatial audio, and they will not have any rubber in the ear tip of the device. These new AirPods will have deeper bass than any other previous version, which will make it great for music lovers or movie watchers. The new AirPods can also last up to 6 hours just on a single charge. The new AirPods will cost $179, and the entry-level AirPods will now cost $129, which to me is a fantastic deal. Apple also announced that their home smart speaker now comes in a variety of colors, such as orange, yellow, blue, when originally it only came in either white or gray. This home speaker will cost you around $99, and with all of these improvements and new versions of the MacBook Pro and AirPods, I am excited to see how these catalysts will impact the stock price of AAPL. Next, we have Tesla stock news, and we will rely on the analysis of an analyst named Daniel Ives, who's forecasted that Tesla will beat projections and predictions on their earnings call on Wednesday, which should really excite investors. So far, Tesla has reported that they delivered 241,300 vehicles in Q3, which is a new record for the company, which is fantastic news. These deliveries consisted of their most popular electric vehicles, which are their Model 3 and their Model Y. Analysts believe that these amazing delivery numbers come from Tesla's success in the Chinese EV market, which should continue to be great for them in the future. The TSLA stock is currently around $872 per share right now, which is well over a 50% increase from its low back on March 8th when it was just worth $563. Tesla has been on an 8-week rally streak, and I really hope that it keeps going. Because of the TSLA stock's massive surging over the last couple of months, Tesla is now the 6th largest US-owned company, putting it ahead of Berkshire Hathaway. Dan Ives, who's the analyst we mentioned earlier, even commented on this by saying this, and I quote, "We believe an evolving green tidal wave will push shares of Tesla higher despite the near-term chip shortage, with Q3 earnings this week another positive catalyst." Tesla has a huge advantage over traditional car manufacturers because they have rolled with the punches of the semiconductor shortages, which has caused Tesla to leave many of their competition in the dust who have not dealt with this shortage so well. So as investors in TSLA stock, you can only imagine when this shortage actually stops, how high Tesla will actually skyrocket to, and just in a few moments we're actually going to go over some TSLA stock price predictions by analysts, and some of them are astronomically high. One of Tesla's competition, namely the chairman of Volkswagen AG, posted this on LinkedIn, and it says the following, and I quote, "One example for the speed of Tesla, they handle the chip shortage very well. The reason? They are developing their own software. Within just 2 to 3 weeks, they had a new software which allows to use different chips. Impressive." Tesla is extremely innovative and adaptive, so much so that this quote said that they created their own software that will allow the use of different chips, therefore they're not that impacted by this chip shortage, which is absolutely genius. Tesla is set to release their earnings report on Wednesday, October 20th, and good news is expected by analysts. So if you like this Tesla content, I will report on their earnings call, but you're gonna have to like this video and comment down below. More great news is that TSLA shares have outperformed the S&P 500 market benchmark because TSLA has risen over 22% year to date, while the market benchmark has appreciated only 19%. However, there are still Tesla bears out there who say that Tesla cannot justify their massive valuation because not only is Tesla the largest automaker in the world by market cap, but it's also larger than all of the other top automaker companies combined. Critics say that the market cap is too high and that it's way overpriced, especially compared to other legacy automakers who are increasing their competition in the EV market. Now, while I agree that the competition from legacy automakers are increasing because of their plans to produce more electric vehicles along with an EV ecosystem which includes batteries and charging stations, on a bullish note, analysts believe that Tesla should not be compared to other automakers but instead is more of a technology company that desires and requires higher multiples. The current price predictions for TSLA stock are $67 on the low end, $700 as the average, and $1,591 on the high end. Right now, TSLA trades at around 120 times their forward 12-month earnings, which is a lot, so the stock is trading at a very high premium, especially compared to other stocks like Nvidia, Alphabet, Apple, Twitter, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Alibaba, and Baidu. Daniel Ives also had this to say, and I quote, "Taking a step back, with the chip shortage a major overhang on the auto space and logistics issues globally, these delivery numbers combined with this week's likely earnings beat speaks to an EV demand trajectory that looks quite robust for Tesla heading into Q4 and 2022. Now let's take a look how one of these legacy automakers such as Ford intends to compete with Tesla. First off, Ford recently announced that they are spending $315 million to transform a factory in England to solely produce electric vehicle components. Ford also said that they have support from the UK government that was worth around £30 million or $41.187 million. The president of Ford Europe said this, and I quote, "This is an important step marking Ford's first in-house investment in all-electric vehicle component manufacturing in Europe. It strengthens further our ability to deliver 100% of Ford passenger vehicles in Europe being all electric and 2/3 of our commercial vehicle sales being all electric or plug-in hybrid by 2030. End quote. Ford projects by 2024 that they can produce 250,000 electric power units each year in this facility. Another reason why Ford is doing this is because the UK government has £500 million, which is around $686.450 million, to be split among automakers to persuade them to make electric vehicles over in the UK. This is to encourage the expansion of various electric vehicle manufacturing of batteries and of cars in the United Kingdom because they want to end the sales of petrol and diesel cars by 2030, which is very close. So clearly, the electric vehicle market is heating up worldwide, and I want you to comment down below who your favorite automaker is. It's probably Tesla, and also comment down below if you own Tesla stock, Ford stock, or Apple stock. Remember to like this video right now, subscribe, and turn on all notifications if you are new, or even if you come here often, and I will see you in the next YT video.